More than 300 million of Muslims around the world call themselves Shia. What does it mean to be Shia? How do they think? How do they live? And much more in the Shia podcast. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is the Shia podcast on Shia Islam. I'm Sayyid Razi, your host. This is the second episode of the Shia Studies podcast series. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. As in the first episode was said, the religion of Islam has been divided into two major branches and schools, and we are going to talk about perspective and history of one of these branches, that is Shiism. So it's a good idea to begin our episode series to answer this question. That's basically, what is the meaning of religion? When it is said that, for example, religion of Judaism, religion of Islam, religion of Christianity, or other religions, what exactly the meaning of that, and what is the purpose of this world? After that, we can better talk about Islam and Shiism. Okay, let's talk about religion, or what is called in the Islamic terms Din. All of us know that human is a social being. It means that every act that humans do is interrelated and interconnected to other humans' actions. Every activity that man does at the same time that it is formally and externally distinct is invariably connected with each other. For instance, activities like eating, drinking, talking, listening, sitting, walking, and all of humans' activities that's supposed to be individual are completely social. That means man cannot perform just any act in any place or after any other act, and there is an order which must be observed. When it is said, therefore, man is a social being, it means his life is under an order and system which governs his performance in the journey of this life. Now, this question arises: what is the origin of this order and system? The system that links humans' behavior to each other. In reality, these acts all originate from a distinct source. That source is man's desire to possess a happiness and a felicitous life. A life in which he can reach to the greatest extent possible the object of his desire and gratify it. Based on what was said, two subjects are clarified. The first one is the reason that man accepts to be under rules, because in the shadow of the laws and rules he can possess a felicitous life. These laws were either devised by himself or accepted from others. The second subject is that man tried to choose the best order of life for himself because it has direct relationship to the man's happiness. All of rules and laws that govern human life are based on a basic belief that man has concerning the nature of universal existence, and also upon his judgment and evaluation of that existence. So the type of view of man concerning the nature of the universe makes his beliefs, and his beliefs makes his type of behavior in the journey of life, or what is called in one word, law. There are three different perspectives concerning the nature of universal existence. The first perspective is that the universe is confined only to this material and sensible world. Based on this belief, man is completely material. This group follow a way of life designed to provide for their material desires and pleasures. They strive solely on this path and seeking to bring under their control the natural conditions and factors of lives. The second perspective, like the common people among idol worshippers, believe that the world of nature is created by a God above nature who has created the world especially for man and provided it with multiple bounties, so that man may benefit from his goodness. Such men organize their lives to attract the pleasure of the God and not invite his anger. They believe that if they please the God, he will multiply his bounty and make it lasting, and if they anger him, he will take his bounty away from them. The final perspective is according to the belief of the eternal life. The fans of this belief, like the followers of the divine religions, follow the high path in this life, for they believe in God. They believe man is responsible for his good and evil acts. They also accept the existence of the day of judgment and follow a path that leads to felicity in both this world and the next. Okay, after this relatively long introduction, let's back to our main question. What is the meaning of religion? The totality of these fundamental beliefs means belief in solely material life, belief in a God above nature, and believe in an eternal life concerning the nature of man and the universe and regulations in conformity with them which are applied to human life is called religion. According to this definition, religion is not limited in a divine program of life which has been sent by God, because based on this definition, religion has a more general meaning. That is the type of the view of man concerning the nature of man and the universe. There is no difference in that view God exists or not, and if God exists, he is the oneness God or other God. We can therefore say that man, even if he does not believe in the deity, can never be without religion. So religion can never be separated from life, because religion means lifestyle. After clarifying the meaning of religion, it's time to talk about the meaning of Islam. Islam etymologically means surrender and obedience. The Holy Quran calls the religion which invites men toward this end Islam, since its general purpose is the surrender of man to the laws governing the universe and man, with the result that through this surrender he worships only the one God and obeys only his commands. This meaning is extensively stated in the Quran in the chapter 4, verse of 125. It said that
ومن أحسن دينا ممن أسلم وجهه لله وهو محسن واتبع ملة إبراهيم حنيفا واتخذ الله إبراهيم خليلا.
And who is better in religion than one who submits himself to Allah while being a doer of good and follows the religion of Abraham, inclining toward truth? And Allah took Abraham as an intimate friend. As the Holy Quran informs us, the first person who called this religion Islam and its followers Muslim was the Prophet Abraham.
ملة أبيكم إبراهيم هو سماكم المسلمين من قبل وفي هذا ليكون الرسول شهيدا عليكم.
It is the religion of your father Abraham. He named you Muslim. Okay, now it is appropriate to talk about the meaning of Shia. Shia literally means partisan or follower, and technically refers to those who consider the succession of the Prophet to the special right of the family of the Prophet, and who, in the field of the Islamic sciences and culture, followed a school of the household of the Prophet. Dear brothers and sisters, what you heard was the second episode of the Know the Shiite series. I hope it was useful for you and you benefited from that. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about the origin of Shiism. Listeners, thank you for your time and joining me in this episode. Please send me any questions or feedbacks to the podcast email info@theshia.ir, and you can also contact me on theshia.ir in Instagram and theshia_ir on Twitter. Please subscribe my channels. You can always catch our previous episodes. To be informed about our episode, please follow us on our social media pages. You can find them on our website www.theshia.ir. Please visit my website. You can see the text of the episode and probably some more information about the episode on the website. Thank you. We will be back with another episode. Take care of yourselves. Pray for each other. Goodbye.